So I'm getting two different scenarios for this energy. You were a part of a group. This could be in a workplace, this could be family, this could be friends, whatever the case may be. You were a part of some type of group of people, okay? Some type of community. And one scenario that I get is you removed yourself from these people because you felt like you no longer aligned with them. Some of them could have crossed you. You just felt like y'all grew apart. It was time to move away. Something about this group was no longer fitting for you, so you walked away from it. The other scenario that I get is you were kicked out of a group. It was a group of people who called themselves kicking you out or removing you, exiling you, whatever the case may be. They did not want you around for whatever reason. They felt like they were better off without you. You could have got fired from a job or let go. Your family could have stopped talking to you. Your friend group could have stopped talking to you. Those are the two scenarios that I'm getting, okay? So for most of y'all, I'm getting it's definitely friends or colleagues, co-workers, business partners, that type of vibe. The energy they were in was they're better than you. They're better off without you. You will never amount to anything without them. They're the ones that made you look good. They're the reason that you have some type of success or you were happy, and you were never going to get far without them, okay? That's the energy the group was in when you walked away or they kicked you out. However, whoever I'm talking to, the viewer, when you left this group, you basically, and I'm hearing Mean Girls, you can't sit with us. That's what the group was feeling like. We're better than you. You can't sit over here with us. And you were just like, okay, bye. So you left the group, you went about your merry way, and you created your own table, okay? And this table that you created is so abundant, is so successful. It's a lane of your own. You left a group of people or removed yourself from a group of people who were like carbon copies of each other. They were all fake with each other. It was a lot of mess going on. It wasn't nothing high vibrational about this group. It was just all pretend, facade, ill. That's why you didn't care, okay? I'm getting like, this is why you just did not care about removing yourself from the group, because it wasn't nothing to really hold on to begin with. Or if they kicked you out, okay, fine. You went and made your own table, right? Like I said, this table is brought you some type of success, happiness, whatever the case may be. The table itself is going to be different for everybody. So this could be a business, this could be a platform, this could be a family, this could be a nonprofit organization, this could be anything. Whatever table you created, you stepped into your own lane and did your own thing, okay? And whatever it is that you do, it's not something that's easily duplicated. And if anybody tries to duplicate what you do, especially from this group, it's going to be very obvious that they're biting off of you, okay? Because whatever you have created, again, is unique and something creative. It's not nothing basic, okay? There's nothing basic about you. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you look really, really good doing it, okay? And the people in this group, they see that. They notice that about you. They're watching you. Even if they don't admit it, even if you can't tell, I'm definitely getting like all eyes on you. People are watching you. They're never going to admit it, but they're watching you, babe. Okay? And this specific group of people is watching you heavily, okay? Because again, they thought you were beneath them. They thought you were nothing. And they basically tried to kick you out of a community. And you went and made your own table, honey. And these people over here are now looking at your table, trying to figure out how they can have a seat at your table, okay? At the time, it seemed all great and amazing, and they just thought they were doing something. But now that they're comparing what they have built to what you have built, it's like they no longer are satisfied with what they have, because it's kind of basic, mediocre. Like, it's nothing to really, write home about. Like, it's nothing that's like, I don't know. And it's not to talk down on these people. This is just the energy they are in. This is how they feel, okay? I'm just a messenger. This is how these people feel. They feel like what you have created is more, it's just better than what they have, okay? And honestly, some of them are even realizing the reason that their table seemed so abundant and like full of success and light and love, or whatever the case may be, they're realizing it was because of you. Once you remove yourself from situations and communities and people or whatever, you take your energy with you. And these people in this group are now feeling like they made a mistake, either removing you or not appreciating you when you were around. And like I said, they're now trying to figure out how they can get a seat at your table. And there was a line from a Nicki Minaj song, I think it's called Win Again. She said, they dissed me, but went and took the same route. Okay, that's the line that I heard, or the song that I channeled while picking up on this energy. Because while you were building whatever this was, people did not believe in you. And I know that sounds bad, but it is what it is. People didn't believe in you. They thought it was going to flop. They were running their mouth. They just had so much to say about what you and what you were doing, because all they saw was the beginning process, which typically when you're building something, it has to be built. You have to build a foundation. You got to put the bricks down. Like there's things that are required before you get the entire house. So why these people felt like it was okay to judge you while you were building something from the ground up, I don't know, but they did. It made them feel good about themselves that you started over, and they didn't think it was going to ever amount to anything. But they watched you closely, lurked in the background, build whatever this was, and now they're like, oh, but now you got a lot of people, especially from this group, who are wanting to bite off of you. Now they want to do what you're doing. Now they're trying to figure out how, I just heard like get the attention back on them. I guess they're not getting attention. This is so sad. They are truly desperate for some type of attention because they feel like the attention is no longer on them, or they just feel so basic compared to you. Again, these are these people's thoughts. This is not in any way talking down on whoever these people are. This is how they feel, okay? They feel basic. They feel like they're mediocre. The same way they wanted you to feel, the same way they talked about you, they now feel this way because they cannot stop comparing themselves to you, all right? They are really big on like copying other people or biting off other people and trying to pretend or make it seem like they came up with it. So it's kind of like you hear a lot of fashion brands. Like, I'm not going to name any names, but some of these big fast fashion brands a lot of times will steal the looks that these small business owners have created. Like, you'll see this all the time with certain brands. They'll go, and if something becomes popular, it's almost like they got scouts or something looking on Twitter and Instagram for the next big thing. They'll see somebody who's actually a fashion designer, a small business owner, somebody who's really been grinding and working hard for what they have, and they will completely take over that person's design without permission, without giving credit, because they have the ability to mass produce. Okay, that happens all the time with people in the music industry, fashion industry, food business, whatever it is. These bigger companies will try to step on the smaller companies and steal their ideas. But honestly, whoever this group is, whoever this person is, they can steal your recipe, but the sauce will never taste the same, honey. Okay, it's just whatever you are doing, no one can top this. No one can touch this. No one can even compare. And if they try to, people are going to notice, and it's going to look ridiculous because they do not have a creative bone in their body. They just like to be the center of attention. They just like to do things for clout and money, and they will bite off of other people and pretend like they came up with it, because this group of people could have been or is more popular, or more people may know them. Okay, so take that how it resonates. Same goes for influencers. A lot of influencers will do that as well. They will lurk online at smaller accounts and bite off of them in whatever way. Okay, so that's basically what I'm getting from this group. And I just heard another Nicki line: you can't be me, I'm already it. Okay, just period. That's pretty self-explanatory. Another thing I was hearing, I don't know, I channeled Nicki like this whole message that I'm getting. Another song that I was getting, or another line in the song, and she said, I'm number one. Y'all go argue over top four. That's what she said in the song. because I'm also getting in this group, they're kind of like bickering and fighting and now they're trying to step on each other. Before it was about you, they wanted to step on you. Now they cannot step on you. You're too high above. Like, you have reached like a whole different level. They couldn't get up there if they wanted to. And now they're arguing amongst each other, trying to be queen bee, trying to fight for who's the most successful, who has the best money. Now they're trying to outdo each other. And because you removed yourself from the situation and you became successful in your own right, you became the star, you did your own thing. You said, I don't care, baby. I do not need y'all. Me and God got this. Me and God are going to go over here. We are going to build my table. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to level up. Y'all got it. Like, you let them have it. And now they're bickering amongst each other because they want to outdo each other because they know they cannot outdo you. Okay. So that's also what I'm getting. They're trying to argue over who is in the top 4 and you are over here just being number 1. Okay. If you think that people are not watching you, you're mistaken, and not in a bad way. Some people are supporting you from the sidelines. Some people that you do not associate with anymore, they are watching you. It's nothing to be concerned about. But I feel like you're the type of person where people try to pretend like they don't see you, they don't hear you. It makes them feel better about themselves if they try to make you seem smaller than them, because they really, really feel like you are bigger than them, and that is their perception of you. Okay, that's not something you can control. I hope, excuse me, that you feel like that about yourself. But as far as these other people, it's kind of like you hear, if you were one of those girls who always heard growing up, oh, she thinks she all that. Okay, it's kind of like that. That's kind of how people treated you, like, oh, she thinks she's all that. And it was usually the girls who hear that a lot are the ones who are the most like loving, humble girls. They're not even like really boastful. It's just people see you for who you are before you do. And unfortunately, this creeps on into adulthood, and it never really goes away. So we know that, no, I don't think I'm all that, and maybe you do think you all that, and you should feel like that, okay? But it's more so like y'all are trying to say this about me and try to put some type of negative energy to it, when in reality, that's your perception. You feel like I'm better than you. You feel like that you're less than. So when I show up, I'm completely just being myself. I'm not doing anything but arriving. My arrival offends you, and that's not my problem, okay? And that's the mindset that you need to always have. They're going to be offended by your arrival. Show up anyway.